I just love to share my faith and love walking on the beach because that is a perfect place to play. You know, you can see the sky, the beautiful ocean, what God has made. And then one day, as I was walking on the beach and praying, I saw this man on the beach, and he had his whole office set up on the beach. He had his computer, and I said, you know, I think I'll pray for that man. So I prayed for him. And then the Lord urged me to say, Robin, don't just pray for him. Go tell him that you prayed for him. I said, I don't want to do that. You know, I said that, what is he going to say? He's probably going to think I'm crazy. So I thought about it for a while. I passed him up. And then I said, all right, I know the hound of heaven will not give up until I do what God wants me to do. So I went to the man and I said, I have a message for you from God. God says that he wants you to know him and that he loves you very much. And he says, wow! He says, that's awesome, wonderful. And he went on and on and on. And so I thought, my goodness, if this is the reaction of one person, what would all the people that I see on the beach, how would they respond? And so I decided when I walk on the beach, I'm going to take the little booklets. Would you like to know God personally? And when God gives me the desire, maybe he'll just show me again who he wants me to talk to. So the first day I did this, there happened to be a couple dressed all in their wedding. She was dressed in this white dress. And so I went up to him and I said, have you been married yet? And they said, yes, we just got married. And I said, you know, I have been married for 50 years. Do you want to know the secret? And they said, yeah, we want to know the secret. And so I said, well, it's this little booklet that I have. I said, I will give it to you if you promise to read it. The man took it and he said, we'll read it together tonight. We'll read it on our wedding night. And he said, can we take a picture with you? I said, of course. So I was in the middle and the groom on one side and the bride on the other. And that was a very interesting time in praying for them. Oh yes, I prayed for them. And then another time, I met these two ladies. They were walking on the beach. I said, I'm a Christian and I love to share my faith. I was wondering if you would be interested. And one of the ladies said, well, I'm a believer. And the other lady said, I'm not a believer. And I said, oh, you're not? I said, would you be interested in wanting to know God in a personal way? She said, yes, I would. And so she took the booklet and I went on. Well, I would say maybe about 3 or 4 days later, I was on the beach and there they were on the beach again. And so I went up to them. Oh, we know you, they said. And I said, you do? Yeah, you were the one that gave us that little booklet and I became a Christian. I said, oh, wonderful. And then she said, but we have a question. I said, what? We found a shell that day on the beach, and on the shell was written, pray. Did you put that shell there? I said, no, but God did. I said, God is going to watch after you. And so I've had some interesting situations as I've been walking on the beach. And one day I went and out of my peripheral vision, 2 young ladies. And I looked twice because they were braless. And I said, no, Lord, I'm not going there. And so I walked on, and as I came back, I felt the urgency of God wanting me to go and talk with him. And so when I went up, I said, what country are you from? And they said, guess. And I said, France? Yes, we're from France. I told them that I was a Christian and that I had this wonderful booklet that I would just love for you to read if you can read English. And so as I turned to talk about my faith, all of a sudden, someone came in from my back and I heard a voice say, lecherous woman, what are you sharing with my friends for? She was just very, very angry at me. And then the two girls said, oh, no, no, no. She's just talking to us about God. She's a Christian and wants us to know her God. And she said, no, I'm not interested. And I said to her, what do you do when no one can help you? No one can rescue you? Who do you turn to? And she said, I'll take the booklet. There are so many people that want to know God in a personal way. You know, we think that they are not interested, but they totally are interested. You only have a second for them to decide, do I want to accept that booklet or don't I? And so God gives you that 1 second to communicate with your heart, your prayers, your eye contact, and what He wants you to say. And sometimes He'll give you the craziest things to say. Like, for instance, when I was on the beach and this lady with white hair, she was with her little grand toddler. And, you know, God said, just yell out. What shall I yell out? And so I yelled out, and what came out of my mouth was, I love grandmothers! Yay for grandmothers! And guess what she did? She drops the toddler's hand and comes running toward me, throws her arms around me, and says, yay, grandmothers! You have the funniest thing, and of course she was interested in receiving the booklet. So, I mean, you have, you know, and so God covers you with what to say. And I'll never forget the time. I saw this very young woman that was on the beach, and she was kind of reading, and she was very, very pretty. And I said, well, you know, I'm a Christian and I just love to share my faith. I said, are you interested? Would you like to have a little booklet? Would you like to know God personally? Oh, yeah. And so she took the booklet and I went on. So on the way back, I saw her again. I said, did you get a chance to read the booklet? She said, well, I said, would you like me to explain it to you? Oh, yes, yes. So I read the booklet to her. And when I came to the prayer, she prayed the prayer. And then as I went and followed up on assurance, she said, why hasn't anybody told me about this before? She said, I'm going home. The minute I get home, she said, I am going to share this with my 3 sisters. I said, that's awesome. And I said, don't forget, I'll be praying for you as I left. A lot of times I think of leaving all those people on the beach, and they go one goes to Oregon, one goes to Alaska, one goes to Brazil, and all over. I don't even have to go to France. I can go to the beach, you know. And so that's what God does in our lives. He said, you've got to step out in faith, trusting me, and then I will do the whole thing. He does it all. I don't do anything. He knows exactly what He wants me to say to the person. And that gives you the confidence that people are interested. The minute you know that people are interested in knowing God through His Son, Jesus Christ, the next person you're going to talk to, you're going to have more boldness than you've ever had.